Welcome to Doctorpreneurs Show. This is the ultimate destination for doctors who are looking the ways to grow their practice and also achieve professional success. Typically, when you want to build and grow your practice, the only way or most followed way is learning through mistakes, doing error and mistakes, and through that you learn. And sometimes that mistakes can have financial issues and create stress. Another way is you learn through joining some trainings or coaching. And the best way that you can learn is by seeing how others have handled such situations, or the mistakes of others can also help you in mitigating the mistakes that you can make. And the other side is also true. By seeing others' success stories, the way other doctors have grown their practice, you can also learn from that, and that will definitely help you reduce the learning curve. So the very objective of this session is going to be that, where we will delve into the journey of a doctorpreneur who has built their practice and are able to grow, have creating their own niche, and establishing as a leader in the industry in their own ways. So, in today's session, we are going to have a discussion with Dr. Tanima Singhal. Dr. Tanima is a certified doctor and a lactation consultant with over 16 plus years of experience. She is an expert in her field and is trusted by thousands of mothers for breastfeeding issues, relactation, and child nutrition issues for their babies. She has carved a niche in lactation and child nutrition consulting, along with her manufacturing of supplement products. So let's dive deep into the journey of the doctorpreneur and learn the key lessons, the strategies for the practice growth of hers. So, welcome, Dr. Tanima.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, the first question is obvious. Kindly tell us about the background about your journey as an entrepreneur, establishing your practice, and you can also share the key milestones to where you are today.
So I started my journey around 16 years back. So I completed my graduation in medicine, and then I did my post graduation. And then obviously I was thinking of starting a OPD. And also, as doctors, everybody has that in their mind to start a hospital. So that was also there. But we were thinking that first we have to improve our practice. So my husband is also a doctor. So we both were having our clinic and we were doing that. So one thing, every time I had this lacking that in OPD practice, there is always a gap, especially when you tell about counselings. So because pregnant patients, they have a lot of questions. We usually just give them the treatment, those counseling part, because we don't have much time in the OPDs. So this was always there in my mind that we are missing that. But because we were all busy in seeing the patients, so I was not able to do anything. Then after my second baby was born, so I took a break in my career and I was there at home and I was thinking what to do. So I thought, let me this thing which always there in my mind to fill that gap. So let me start that, and once I'm all well to join my career back, I'll start my clinic again. So I called one of few of my friends who are nutritionists and physiotherapists and all that, and we made a team and we started antenatal sessions. So we reached out to my fellow doctors that if you have any patients, you can contact us. So that way we started. So when we started, yes, there was good response. People were coming, but it was always like we were reaching out to them. They didn't have any kind of issues. So it was, we were always contacting them that do you want to have these sessions and all that. So then I realized that this was there in my mind that they wanted this help, but we were seeing that we have to always ask them to come for the sessions and all that. Slowly, as I then the journey progressed, then patients whom we counseled during pregnancy, they were reaching out to me for feeding issues, for breastfeeding issues. So this I was thinking because all the patients, they had a trust with me during that pregnancy. Now when they were having lactation issues, they were reaching out to me. Do you also help in this? So obviously as a doctor, I counseled them. Now I started enjoying this because
Okay.
every successful mother, I was feeling more satisfied than my gynae practice in the
Okay.
OPDs, because
Okay.
I was able to counsel, which I wanted to do always. So
Okay.
this way, I felt more accomplished there. Then COVID came, and then with the COVID and all that, what happened that this face-to-face interaction went away. The
Correct.
clinic visits and all that went. So my patients who were at home, they were calling me that what to do, ma'am. I started doing some webinars for them, learned about all these digital things which was not there. I didn't know how to operate Zoom and all that. Learned that and started doing it. Now mothers came to know that I am doing online consultations. So they
Okay.
started connecting their friends and family from outside Lucknow. So I'm
Okay.
based at Lucknow, so they started connecting their friends and family. Now, this way, by word of mouth, my practice was growing. But I was thinking that if it is such a big need, I should do something. That I should reach out to more and more mothers, because every time I was counseling a mother, I felt that she was telling me that nobody told me about this during pregnancy. Nobody
Okay.
told me about in the beginning. So I felt that there is a need which has to be catered. So I thought about, I learned, I just thought about it, and I came to know that digital marketing is one thing where we can reach out to the patients with this way. After COVID, we all wanted that online thing should be there. So this field felt very like realistic and thing which can be done. So I joined some courses, tried to learn these things, digital marketing, and tried to follow these things. So previously, I had that hitch in my mind about ads and all that. Should I do that? Should I
Yeah.
spend money? Will it give me any results? And I'll hitch about all those things. But then I thought, chalo, start karte. Let's see. So I remember it was in 2021 August. I had put my first Facebook ad by myself. So
Oh.
I tried doing it by myself and let me see what to do and all that. So the lead started coming and I was very happy. So because the consultations and all that were fine, and medicines and all that I was prescribing which are available in the market.
Okay.
So then I kept thinking that okay, this counseling thing, because I was learning about digital marketing, so I was seeing one thing that you should not have only one thing. You should have like your basket should have more offerings to your patients. So
Correct.
that time when we were having consultations in the clinic, we are used to pharmacy and all that things were there. So now with online, I thought of why not have my own product line.
Okay.
So I discussed it with my husband about this, and he liked the concept. So my husband is also an entrepreneur by heart. He's
Okay.
also not a like full on medical person that no only practice, it should not be there. So and this also I realized that as a doctor we always want more and more patients in our clinic, or
Correct.
everybody wants that.
Correct.
But also I realized the importance of quality patients, that you should have good quality patients who should follow your advice and get results. You should not have like a lot of patients with not following properly. So this I
Correct.
was able to filter during digital things, which was not able to be done in the walk-ins in the clinic. So this way, digital things were better, and we started working on that. So as I grew, then I felt that okay, alone I will not be able to do that. There are a lot of optimizations required and all that. So I hired somebody, and they started working for my digital things. So this way we worked, and obviously there was no looking back. Then we had our product line also. So we got all the FSSAI and all the legalities of those products, and we started. And also we have this international certifications. So our products are even sent to our patients outside. And in
Oh.
fact, with digital things, India was not the only place. I was getting patients from even outside India. So
Okay.
from YouTube, from Instagram, I started doing like my post and all that. I started posting on Instagram, YouTube. So I started getting patients from even outside India. So then we had our IEC certificate, and we started sending away. So this was this way. So by going digital, I was able to reach out more mothers, proper filtered quality patients, and with my product line, and that helped in this to improve the practice. So this way.
Great. Great. Great journey, doctor. So from this we learn a very important lesson, being like adapting yourself to the changing times, right?
Yes.
So utilizing the digital platform effectively, and not only reaching to the patients in within your area but across the world. Now
Yes.
world is in your hands right now, and the very objective of any doctor is to reach out to many number of patients, and I think so digital platform is one which is going to help. And you're thinking in terms of not only seeing patients but also having a product line creating a business model, which will go in the deeper, like the next few questions I have on business model. So the importance of it is going to give you that confidence in growing your practice and also having team. So there
Yes.
are multiple
So
facets
here I
in
would
this
like to add
milestone
one thing that
that,
yes. So I would like
yes,
to add one thing here. See, when I had my clinic practice, it was me or two or three more staff with me at the clinic. But now I have a full grown 11 people in my team in the offline and four people are working remotely. So one
okay,
satisfaction is there that you are giving more employment also. You're
true,
generating more employment also.
true,
So that
true.
also is a very satisfying thing.
True, true. At the right milestones, you need to keep growing and keep growing. You need more people. So,
Yes.
building that team is also very important. Thank you so much for that lesson, Doctor. The next question that I want to ask is, while building and growing your practice, what are the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome? And I want you to share the key lessons that you learned from these challenges.
So as I told you that first of all, I felt that antenatal sessions are important. So I
Okay.
was working there. Then first of all, this concept, people were expecting me to give them treatments for obs and gynae itself. So when
Okay.
I was talking them about like antenatal, they used to ask me the treatments. So
Okay.
it was very difficult for me to explain them that that is your gynecologist who is giving you that treatment. I am not going to give you that. I am for counseling. So
Okay.
this one thing, because to make patients understand, that was one challenge. Second, when I moved digitally on lactation and all that, then do everything digitally on online. Even I was not very comfortable doing it. I was
Okay.
more used to seeing patients one on one, writing on the prescriptions. Now, typing on the phone or typing on the laptop was
Okay.
something which was difficult for me in the beginning. But if I am feeling nervous, then obviously my patient will also be doing that. So in
Yes.
the initial days, I used to take voice calls only. I didn't
Okay.
take video calls because
Okay.
I didn't want to show my face there in the beginning. So it happened that way, but slowly I felt that okay, this is where I got used to, and then I started taking video calls. So technology, yes, technology. One thing was there that it took little time for me to understand because still I am more into writing and like writing in the registers, writing in the copies, not on the phones, not on the laptops. But still, I'm working on it to improvise myself and to learn about digital. That was one thing because after a certain age, you feel that okay, abhi itna kar liya, now it's okay. What to do? Like what more to learn? Basically, now too much of learning. Now to practice everything. Now again, you have to learn digital things and how to do this, how to do that, and all those during your post and all that if you have to make on social media. So this was little uncomfortable in the beginning, but slowly I got used to it. That was
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Thank you so much. Now, this is once again the utilizing the digital platform to the optimum, right?
Mhm.
When you realize the potential, then yes, the challenges are there, but how you are very firm, you're very clear on your goal, on your objective of doing what you love to do. So that was the driving force in accomplishing or overcoming this challenge.
Correct.
Yes. The next question: your focus is on lactation consultancy, helping mothers in their lactation. Now, this is a unique niche by itself. Typically, many doctors, now for example, a gynecologist treats various patient types, like patient with PCOD issues, pregnancy or infertility issues, or menopause issues, and so on. So there are so many things on plate. But when I ask them, like, if you have to focus on one niche, they typically say, why should I lose out the opportunity of me seeing other patients, right? This is a normal, typical question that many doctors have in their mind as well. So choosing the niche, how important it is, and you have successfully chosen this particular specialization as your niche, and by doing so you have positioned yourself as a leader in the field. Now we would love to hear about the idea behind choosing this niche and your journey to be successful in this particular area, and what do you suggest to the doctors who are watching this and telling them how important it is in choosing a niche?
So this is one very good question which keeps people keep asking me, that why do you want to do only one thing when there are a lot of things you have been trained? And believe me, it was in the beginning it was not easy. I was also exploring everything, and if the patient was asking me about gynae, I couldn't say no in the beginning. I used to take them. Okay, chalo. Because in the beginning, when you are working something, you feel that whether it will be okay or not. In the beginning, you are there, but so I feel one thing, filling the gaps is very important. This one thing I learned, that filling the gaps is very important. One thing which we feel and one thing people require. There is a difference. So as a gynecologist, what I see right now, there are a lot of doctors. Okay, there is a lot of competition. So what you have to do something different where the patient should reach out to you only. Now, if I am not available, they will go to the other doctor. You have to make a way that patient, if I'm not available, they should wait for you. So either it will take a lot of time for me to become so old and so experienced that people should wait for me, whatever be the thing, or I should do something different. I should be a master in my field, which that thing is not being offered by somebody else. Then they will wait for me. So I am a Leo by my birth sign. So
Okay.
I wanted to be a leader always, even my school days, everything. I wanted to do something different. So this way, when I started doing antenatal sessions, I thought that people require, then I was noticing. I'm a good like observer. I observe everything. When people were reaching out to me, this I observed. Okay, people are needing this service because
Okay.
I am not asking them that I am a lactation consultant. Reach out to me. I was focusing on them during pregnancy, but now they are coming back to me asking, "Do you also give lactation consultancy?" So that means their gynecologists, either they are not getting results from them or they are not, maybe they are not trusting for that issues for them. So I asked them that, didn't you reach out to your pediatrician? Because I thought that work has to be done by the pediatrician. So they said that, ma'am, actually they gave me some medicines, but it is not working. They asked me to do this, do that, but I'm not able to do. So because you reached out, we had connected with you during pregnancy care. So I thought of asking you. So I said, okay, this is a good opportunity. And I said to them, see, okay, I'll explain it to you because being a doctor, I can explain it to you. So I told them, I just counseled them. And when they were getting results, I felt I need to learn more here. So then at that time, I learned more about lactation, did some more courses on lactation and all that. And I started doing lactation consultant. I started practicing with it. So this way, niche market worked in a way because I realized the importance in the beginning itself. The people are reaching out to me. And believe me, it was not easy. Yes, for all doctors, in the beginning, when people were reaching out to me for gynae and all that, PCOD and all that, saying no was difficult. But I realized during COVID, because when I was during my COVID, my patients who were pregnant, I had to go. I had to attend them because there was no saying no to them. So we were afraid from both the sides. They were afraid of us, and we were afraid of them that
True.
time. So
True.
my husband is also an anesthetist, so we both had to run everywhere. So I thought that okay, let me do practice here. Let me focus more on here. So I worked on lactation, and I went very deep into that. I started working on relactation, and relactation is something, the concept is very new, and people in India are not aware about that. If a mother has stopped breastfeeding, her breast milk has gone to zero also. I also help the mothers to rebuild that.
Okay.
So I had a relactation success story of a 2-year-old baby's mother.
Okay.
So that always built up the confidence that okay, I can work super niche also. So relactation went super niche also. So
Okay.
that way, now focusing there, and word of mouth is a great thing. For doctors, I would suggest, see, if you are seeing patients, patients are referring patients to you. So if you have to see a pattern that what you are very good at. If you are getting repeatedly one kind of patients, that means that is your strength. Focus there on that. So this way.
Great, great. It's a beautiful lesson to learn here. As doctors, like when you want water, you dig deeper. The more deeper you dig, you get good water, tasty, sweet water, right? Similarly, If you go deeper into one specialization, you are going to be the specialist, and that by in itself will carve like you being a unique person, a leader in what you do. So, and you'll be the only person to approach, right? So, this is a beautiful lesson that you can take
Yes.
from Dr. Tanima, and she has successfully implemented it, and she's a leader in what she's doing right now. So, thank you
And
so much.
I am so happy in sharing one more thing, that now gynecologists and pediatricians are referring patients to me. So now this
Okay,
is all a no competition zone. So this
correct.
way I get my fellow doctors referring patients to me. Even
Okay,
fellow doctors coming for consultations with me for
great,
these.
great.
I have lot of doctors in my patients base overall, patient list.
Okay,
Lot of doctors, and sometimes super specialized doctors like fetal medicine doctors and PDCC done. Those doctors also come for lactation. So this
okay.
way, I realize that this is one thing which a big gap is there. Even if the doctors are reaching out to me for lactation consultancy, that means that it is something which has to be worked upon here.
Correct, correct. And also, one more important lesson here is addressing the problem, the need of people. That is very important. You are addressing a bigger problem. Sorry for the doctor. Yeah, you're addressing for a bigger problem. You're
Yes.
solving a bigger problem of people. So when the problem is bigger, it's obvious that there is need, and you can position yourself as a go-to person to solve that problem. Right. The next question, doctor. Um, you have already mentioned about you having different product lines. You have different product lines, and like you offer consultation, and you also have e-commerce store. You have range of products supporting your the niche. We would like to understand the significance of you building this business model, because focusing only on consultation, because again that's going to be only way of helping patients, right? Now you how how important it is to have a business model where you have different product lines in driving growth and scalability.
Okay. So once I started my consultations, I was prescribing medicines to them. See, in the clinic setup, patients come back and show you the medicines, what they have purchased from the pharmacy. So you
Okay,
just see them that okay, this is fine, can take it. Also, they ask you the doses, etc., and you tell them. But in online, when I'm asking them, writing them a prescription, what medicines they are taking from the pharmacy, sometimes it is not clear. Second
okay,
time, because in online, I don't know what medicines are available in which area.
okay,
Trade names are different, correct?
correct,
If I'm
correct.
writing a X brand, then might be that X brand is not available in Chennai. It is
Okay,
not available in Kanyakumari.
okay,
Maybe other brands are available. So I just felt that we need to have a unique system
okay,
where one thing is should be prescribed to the patient and they should get it. Because
okay,
see, if you are writing X brand and if it is not available, the patient will try to search out in the whole city to find it out.
correct.
Because they feel that the doctor has written X brand and they will try to find out. Now giving them XYZ brands it becomes very difficult. So this was one challenge was there which I felt that I should have a unique system. Now either I should have some medicines at my place which I should send them. So instead of having others' medicines, why not having your own medicines?
Okay,
So I just thought about it, and thereby I heard it from from fellow friends that they are also going for manufacturings. They are
o-
going for third party manufacturing of some
okay,
medicines. So I just had this idea. Okay, this third party manufacturing kind of system is there. So let me just find out what kind of things can be done from mine. So our things comes in the supplement category. So
yeah,
I thought that okay, I discussed it with my people and some of my mentors, and they said this can be done. This can
okay,
you can make. So I discussed it with my husband, and he just talked to some legal people whether we can do this and all that. So we got a thumbs up, and we made this. This formula was there in my mind. I
okay,
had learned a lot of things about lactation, so I knew about what kind of things are required into that. So I made a formula by myself and make small packet of like 100 grams and distributed to some of my offline patients. Gave it to
okay,
them for
okay,
trials. And
okay,
then people were asking me, "Do you have a 1 kg pack? Do you have
okay,
a 1 kg pack?" And I was
okay,
like, "Oh, because see, in the beginning, when you have made something, you always fear as a doctor. whether
Correct.
it will cause any side effects to them,
Correct.
will it
Correct.
cause any problem to them. So when I got very good response from them, then all the legalized things were already there. So we thought of working on the packaging. So
Okay.
this way we reached out to people for branding and all that, how to have a good name and all that. Then people told about the patent. You should have a patent in the name and all that. So we got those copyrights and all those legal things into that. So that way my husband helped out in all these things. I'm not very good at these things. So he helped and he got everything cleared. So as I told you that I alone is not an entrepreneur by my heart. My husband is also the same. He also has this kind of thing that we should have a proper business model in this.
Correct. Correct.
So then bringing this, and I always work on patients' demands. So then
Correct.
I just said, then I was feeling one thing. The patients were again reaching out to me when their babies were turning 6 months,
Okay.
because they were having only the option about Cerelac. They were
Correct.
asking me, "Ma'am, can I give some homemade things? But my baby is not gaining weight. What should I do? How to wean off and all those things." So one thing I again realized that okay, child nutrition is again a gap. So I had a trust building during lactation with my patients. So when they are reaching out to me again back, one thing it always satisfies me as a doctor that they are coming back to me. That means they are well satisfied with me. They still trust me. And second thing, child nutrition. So again, I worked on child nutrition. I started guiding them about child nutrition and all that. So our product range will vary from whole of this. So our
Okay.
products are because 100% natural. This I had as a mother myself. I always wanted to have some product line which should be 100% natural and should not have any milk constituent in it. Because when my
Okay.
babies were small, I used to find out any rice powders available, which I can mix in my milk or any kind of milk and can give it
Okay.
to my child. So the
Okay.
market supplements, market foods which were available, they mostly have milk in them.
Milk solids.
First of
Okay.
all, it is not good. It is not advisable because mother's milk we always promote. And second thing, if it has milk component in it, it might not be suiting babies. So
Yes.
that's why we made such kind of things which don't have any kind of milk in it, which
Okay.
the mother can make at home itself. So this
Okay.
way, this product line is in the way that will always suit them. And obviously, I got very good support because, as I told you, the people were reaching out to me and then when you suggest them, they take it wholeheartedly. So it
Okay.
was not, we were not running after them, they were coming back to us. So this way, the product line and everything fell in place and we started working. And then I learned more of things about value, about nurturing, that you should give them values and all that and keep them in the funnel system and all those. This is an ongoing learning process. I'm learning each and every day. I keep learning. I keep things and I talk to my performance people how to improvise on that. I don't miss out them because see, always remember your business is your business. You can give it to somebody to grow, but you have to take equal interest and equal things into that. So this you might be, I don't know whether you're facing or not, but sometimes doctors will just tell you, just you have to grow everything. So you have to take equal
Correct.
things to understand where
Yes.
more things to be needed to be done. So
Yes.
making those series of emails and all that, proofreading them is not easy, but I do that. I check all the information which goes from my blogs, which go from my channel. I have to because I am responsible for that. What is it going? So all
True.
these things I keep learning and I keep talking to my people about.
Great. Great. Now we understand the importance of being a business owner, the practice owner, and the doctor. When you are solving a bigger problem, and the person, people out there, uh, become your loyal patients, and
Mm.
you will have more business coming to you,
Yes.
more and more business opportunities coming to you. So that is the beauty of niche, and also that is the beauty of having a business model where you have different product lines to cater to the needs of the patients. And most importantly, you as business owner, you as practice owner, you have to take responsibility of growing your practice. And one responsibility is building a business model, another responsibility is you being actively present in growing your practice. You can have people, but still you should know how things work. That way you will know how to get work done from others, and also you know how this entire business works. So this is a great lesson for all of us here. So Now, coming to your specialty, can you share the your services and your product line so that people out there who are seeing this video get helped and they can also reach out to you?
Okay. So coming on this part, I offer about lactation for new mothers. Also for pregnant mothers, I help in breastfeeding preparedness.
Okay.
So now when I have mothers, they know that if I was knowing about these things previously, it would have helped it better. So I always encourage them that if you have any pregnant lady nearby you, explain it to them.
Okay.
So they said, ma'am, it is better you explain them. So they started referring to me, those pregnant ladies. So I do pregnant counselings. Although I don't focus on marketing on them, we basically have ads running for lactation basically.
Okay.
We also do this marketing for these things. So we have landing pages and lead magnets and all that because we wanted to grow further, and then we had these marketing systems. So I have mothers for pregnancy, they come for breastfeeding preparedness, and then obviously lactation and relactation. Relactation is giving very good results, and I'm getting a lot of patients for relactation. Like a gap of 1 year, 2 years, now it has become very common with me to get those patients. And they come with lot of hope. And they are so like, what kind, they have just lost the hope, and they just tell that you are the last hope. I saw about you, or I got a reference about you. And the best part is, the beauty of this is it becomes a challenge for me. Okay, come on, let's work on it. So I am always like, new things coming up, I feel very good. And when the results come in, it really excites me. And it's like always pushing yourself to do something more, to give something more. What is like doing the same thing every time? So now when I see some patients, like the formula milk is 1 or 2 times only, so that seems like a very easy case. Arey, ye to ho jayega, like. But the challenging ones are like the bigger ones. The babies full on formula milk, to get the baby on mother's milk, that becomes a challenge. But I have started enjoying that whole things. So this way, this and child nutrition. After 6 months, we are also counseling mothers about how to give, what kind of foods to give, and later on, after 2 years or something, if they want to have weaning of their babies from breastfeeding, then how to safely and in a healthy way, how to wean off that way.
Okay.
So these ways.
Great to know your various services that you offer. Now, as doctor running your practice, how important is marketing? Because you have already mentioned, when doctors think about marketing, they think it is unethical. It's against guidelines. So how can I market myself? Word of mouth is sufficient. All these, and digital marketing won't work for me. So these are some of the things that most of the doctors have in their mind. What do you suggest?
So in a way, marketing is very important. Yes, word of mouth is there. But if you have to scale, then you will need that. If you're okay, if you're happy, whatever you're getting, it's fine. It's all good. But if you want to grow further, if you want to help more, see, I always think one thing, that when we have studied so much, worked for so much, experienced so much, and patients are getting so good help, then why not help more? What is wrong in that? Or what is stopping you to help more? Then if you feel that it is not ethical, okay, make content for people at least, so that way they can reach out. They should know, at least educate them. They don't know. When for consultation for this, I mean to say, for lactation consultation, when patients come to me, they say, I didn't know that there is somebody called as lactation consultant also. I didn't know about this. So creating awareness and educating people is also one thing which you can take it as a marketing. If you feel that, okay, fine, go for it, but give value. At least do something for that.
True. A great lesson here. Marketing is all about educating your patients, because they have to know. Many of them don't know what is the right thing they have to do for their problem, or who is the right person to meet. So through your expertise, you have all the authority. Educate people. Through that, you will be establishing yourself, your credibility, and you'll be branding yourself indirectly, and you get patients. You will have increased patient footfall.
So trust is very important. They should know that this person is going to help them. They have their own problems. If you're creating content, if you're giving value to people, then you don't need to market yourself. If you're creating value, people will reach out to you by yourself. Your experience, your way of speaking, that all speaks in your value post. It is always there. People get to know you. They connect you at that level. Then you don't need to tell them that you come to me. They will come by themselves to you.
Correct. Very that's a very important lesson for doctors who are watching, that yes, you have to reach out to people. If you want to serve more people, it is your responsibility to reach out to more people, and marketing is the way, through educating people. That's wonderful, doctor. Now coming to the last question, for doctors who are listening to this journey of yours, I want you to share 3 skills that are needed to become successful. And also, I want you to share 3 successful mantras that you think is important for being to grow fast, and also to be the best entrepreneur.
Okay. The first thing I would say, keep learning. There is no age of stop learning. I know we have learned a lot of things, we know a lot of things, but there is still a lot of things to learn. And it is not only about medical, it is about overall things. How you can improvise your practice, how you can improve quality care to your patients. Even these things can be learned and should be learned. How to make counseling more effective, how to write more less, like all these things. I would say keep learning, first of all. Second of all, give time and open your mind about it. So as doctors, we feel okay, whatever we are doing or whatever peers are doing is more than sufficient. Everybody is doing same, I am also doing same, I'll do. Maybe it will take few more years, it will okay, it's fine for me. So for that, see, previously I also used to think that when I was young, I was in my college, the old doctors who were sitting they were our role models. We used to think that at that age, even we will become like that. We will have plenty of patients waiting for us. But now I feel it is not, you don't have to become old for that. You can do it even now for that. So please don't lose that opportunity. Digital marketing is one thing which is very important. And when people are doing for their businesses, why should we keep ourselves back at it when people are there? And there is competition growing every time. Now, if you have to have more, either you become a saint where you say that, okay, I am fine. Whatever I am doing is fine. I am okay with that. But if you want to have more, if you want to grow more, then you have to do something different. Third thing I would say, the third mantra which I would say, that always try to incorporate different kind of things. As I told you, I added medicines, like I added supplements in this. Correct. So this one thing, like different kind of things, if you keep practicing, if you keep experimenting, what I would say, it will also give you good. There is nothing which is bad or which is wrong. You can just try different kind of experiments and see with it. So this is always, it will come with the fact that you will, once you're learning what people are doing. And if you're learning, you can try different kind of things with it. So this way.
Great. So the 3 mantras: be a lifelong learner, to have that mindset shift, have that open mind, be creative, so that you get great answers to the problems of people. And the third mantra is taking calculated risk, where you do take things out of box and take some risk, come out with creative products, and that way you'll be able to create your own identity. You become a leader in what you do. So these are 3 success mantras that we have learned from Dr. Tanima. Thank you so much, doctor, for this wonderful session, and we learned a lots of things, and it has literally opened up the mind. And I'm sure for the doctors who are seeing this interview would have had lots of takeaways and golden nuggets, I would say, from this session. And I wish you all the best in your journey, and I'm sure you'll be touching so many people out there in their journey as mothers. So you are doing a great job, a great service, and I wish you all the best in your success and more growth. Thank you so much.